yeah, I've had many, many blackouts, which, it's not a good thing. Um, hate to think about what kind of damage I've done to my body, doing things like that. But there's more than that. One of the things that I think is common, at least among male to female transgendered people, is this need to prove your masculinity. It's a story I've heard time and time again about how someone chooses sort of a dangerous profession in order to prove how manly he is. But there's also sort of the added, chance of dying in a masculine way. And, there you go. That's the final proof that, hey, I was a man. A lot of people go into the military, and, the first transgender person that I met in person, it was when I was in college, and we had this roundtable thing in one of my psychology classes. And, she said she was in the military, and she would volunteer for dangerous assignments. Because you die that way, it's kind of killing two birds with one stone. You prove your masculinity to everyone, and also, you don't have to deal with pain anymore. So, yeah, I myself right now am in a job where it would be very dangerous. I think I mentioned this in my introductory video, but the job that I'm in right now would be very dangerous for anybody to find out about this. So, luckily, I'm not getting many views on my YouTube channel right now. Not that I think anybody that knows me would ever come across, this stuff. There are millions of other videos out there on YouTube to choose from. But, yeah, I mean, the job that I took, it's a lot of people that wouldn't want this job because of the danger involved. And I did other things, like I would try to pick fights with people much larger than me. Luckily, for the most part, people ignored me. But, I mean, I'm honestly not a very big guy, so I would have been in trouble if any of that stuff had actually played out. So, I mean, these are just, some of the things, from my own experience that I did to sort of deal with this, and to, well, actually, to not have to deal with this. It was my way of continuing to prove to myself and others that, hey, I'm just another guy. Well, actually, I'm not just another guy, because I actually overcompensated and acted sort of hyper-masculine. So yeah, it's strange to think about, where I would have gone had I not finally decided to deal with this in some way. Because, like I said, I really do think that not dealing with this can be a death sentence. And also, it's going to come up in one way or another later on. I found that out from talking to people people who've been married for 20 years and thought, hey, you know, I get the wife and kids, you know, I'm successful in my job. It's going to take care of all this, and you know, any desire in this way will dissipate. But that doesn't happen. So why do this at 35? Actually, I'm not 35 yet. I'm almost there. Because I didn't do it at 25. That's why. Because I have to start now, when I'm finally ready to accept it. It would have been nice if I had done it sooner. But I didn't. You know, just like, you know, I know people who are approaching 50, and they're going ahead and saying, okay, I've got to do this now. I mean, that's a lot of your life gone, you know, with this other identity that now you're going to change. But it has to be done. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up. So I may go into this further in a future video. I think I've remained fairly focused. I'm curious how many ums and uhs I threw into this one. I'll try to do better on that, because I know how irritating that can be. But anyway, thank you for watching, and hey, there's an I'll